Into Mornings with Matt.
Do you have your? You need to have it on another computer.
Welcome to Mornings with Matt, personal and professional development training that connects the art of acting with critical life skills and self-mastery. Presented by the Deering Acting Studio.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Mornings with Matt. We are pumped. We are so excited for today. Cannot believe it. How blessed we are. How fortunate. This is just an amazing, amazing day. This is the number 100th episode of Mornings with Matt show. And we are so grateful. We are just beyond grateful for the amazing community we have here at the studio and what we've all been through together in this world and as a community. And so we decided that today, for our 100th episode, we would bring in some of our previous guests and give them the floor to speak today. So we are going to not be talking, and we're going to be bringing in guests one by one, and you can hear from them a reflection of their experience on the show and with the studio. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Alrighty, here we go. First up, we've got
Ian.
Ian, go ahead and show yourself. Ian. Oh, man.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Sorry for the jet noise. I'm right next to an airfield.
Right next to a jet.
But yeah, good morning. I'm Ian T. Seegers. I'm so happy to be on the show. I remember from my episode, even reflected back just to make sure that I paid attention during the episode and took notes to actually, I guess, implement the things that I learned from the episode. And quite surprisingly, I did. So my episode, I asked questions about branding. I asked questions about content and being able to be maybe not in the bigger market, but still be seen in the bigger market, and then as well as giving back. And me and Matt, we talked about consistency and your branding being who you are 24/7. If you talk to your mother, if you talk to your grandmother, and I realized recently when I just did my recent post of motivational while traveling, that's everything that I did. I not only got my message across, I felt good about being consistent in posting, but someone reached out to me and said, thank you for posting what you did. And it had everything to do with my brand, which is energy. So I think that is my brand. I learned what my brand is by what I talk about every day. And that is that high energy. I affected others in other places, and that consistent being able to post videos is everything that we talk about in the show. So not only did I learn, but I believe other people are affected by it as well.
Woo! You the man, Ian.
Thank you for your service, sir. We love you.
Thank you, guys.
Alrighty, next up we've got
Jay Jordan.
Jay Jordan. Show yourself, brother. Heck yeah. Take the floor, buddy.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me today. I really appreciate you guys. It was awesome to be on the show last week and just to get to sit and chat with you guys a little bit. We talked about never stop learning. I think one of the things that really hit me in my episode is that I can be a bit of a complainer. And I didn't realize that I was doing it so verbally. So Matt issued the challenge. So Brian, Joey, we're all in the same thing. And I've seen a bunch of comments on the Instagram post where folks have been joining in, which I think is super cool. I've even got a couple of my friends to join in through my Instagram following. And so we're holding each other accountable. And the first 2 days, in the first 24 hours, I was on it. I was like killing all those little complaining vibes that were coming out. And then day 2, man, it just came out. And I was like, no. So back to square one. So I'm on day 3 now, I think, without complaining. So feeling good. Just trying to make it to the 30 days. But I think that was really crucial for me to think that I'm constantly always positive. And then when you really pay attention to it, there's times and occasions where you may, let your tongue get a little sharp or sag back into that kind of complaining mentality. So that was a great challenge. That was the biggest thing I took away from our chat. And that's really helped me just to remain intentional and stay in the zone, write my gratitudes every morning and every night before I go to bed, and just really try to stay in that positive mindset. And it helps. I mean, it keeps that smile on the face all day. So I appreciate you all. Thanks for having me. Hello world. I'm Jay Jordan with Launch Real Estate. If you have any questions about real estate, give me a call.
All right.
That's awesome.
Woo.
Thank you, Jay. We are grateful for you and everything you do, my friend. You are a true example of what we're trying to do here. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, next up, we've got Mr. Brett.
I swear, bro, if you try to take away my drum roll.
All right, okay, the drum roll is a time filler. He's coming in. We're waiting on Brett, so.
Brett.
I'm in. Good morning. Everyone,
Morning.
morning. Listen, thank you so much for having me on. I'm Brett Ballmeyer. I took a ton away from my episode. What a gift. I guess I probably have to say the thing I walked away with the most is how to define your own finish line and the balance of being pragmatic, mixed with passion. And, excuse the idiom, but also really how to get back on the horse with some great surfing analogies that really resonated with me. Since I got off, I think I alluded to having some memorization problems, things that had always kind of built nerves. I did memorize a monologue by the end of the next day. I've worked on it every day since the podcast, and I'd say if anything that I could walk away with that I took away with the most was the passion. I feel passionate again, and I don't think you can get a better gift than that. So thank you for having me on the podcast. Thanks for helping me define in my own terms what success looks like for me, and then giving me the tools, to remember that it's not about building a house. It's really brick by brick, and work on the craft every day, even if it's 10 minutes. So thank you, and thanks for having me back on.
Thank you, Brett.
Thanks for being here, Brett. Sure appreciate you.
Woo! All right, next up, we've got Brian and Joey's mom, Vicki Sweeney. Woo!
Alrighty. Mada.
Hello there.
Hello.
Did she just turn on her video?
She did. She turned on her video all by herself.
That
She
was
is
fast.
growing. She
That's
is growing.
impressive.
I'm impressed. I am impressed.
From Deering Studio is how to manipulate through Zoom and use my phone and my TV. So that is big kudos for you. So thank you very much for that. But Matt, I just really wanted to thank you and the studio for all that you've done for me. I am Matt's aunt and Brian and Joey's mother. So I am family, but I have seen you grow, Matt, and the studio grow. I've seen it come from the bottom up, and the great things that you've done has been just outstanding, and there are hardly no words. But for me, from my heart, what you've done for me is it was really hard for me to believe. My session was on positivity, and it was really hard for me to understand that after all these years, I really wasn't a positive person. And you were the one that really threw that to me and made me think about it and changed my life. So I thank you for that, Matt. And really what it was is positivity is a thing that you have to work on. And I was holding things in. I was always a happy person, but I was keeping them in. And so you taught me I can't change anything, and I can't change people. So I can just send out the love and move forward and be positive and just be a better person. And you have helped me to do that. And I have seen myself be more positive, and I think the people around me have as well. So I really appreciate you, the studio, and all that you do. And I know I'm your aunt and their mom, but go Deering Studio.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank you, and Vicki. We have seen you grow right in front of our eyes, and we look forward to the continued growth. We always loved you so much. We love you. We love you no matter what. But it's very exciting to watch you grow. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, and have a great day.
All right, everybody. Next up, we've got Jenna Del Pozo, and then coming after that, just to get ready, we've got Connor coming after that. So, Jenna, pop on in, and let's rock.
Hi.
Hello.
Good morning. My name is Jenna Del Pozo, and I'm really happy to be here. Okay, so in my episode, we talked about quite a lot of things, like including how to progress in this time and get over personal doubt and even business advice. But something that you said that really struck me when we were talking about time management was you said before you go to bed, you ask yourself if you've earned your pillow. And it really got me thinking about the value of time. And I think with what's going on right now, it's really easy to want to wish time away. But I think that's the opposite of what we should be doing. And it's just really made me ask myself if I'm being productive in a meaningful way and how I can continue to progress and move forward. So thank you for that. But that's something that I really love about this studio is you guys are always helping with our personal development, and you're just adding meaning to people's lives by doing that. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Jenna. How beautiful. And I can tell you that we are very grateful for every second we've gotten to spend with you on your journey, and we look forward to many, many more seconds to come.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we've got Connor, and following that we've got Amanda Priska. You can roll it.
You took away my sound effects.
All right, you can throw down the sound effect again.
People,
it's totally
and then
fine.
you took
It's
that
totally
away.
fine. You're still on Jenna though, so.
Okay, yeah, get it, Brian and Joey.
Yeah, we go after it all the time.
It's true.
Love the sibling.
Big facts.
Good morning, everyone. I am Connor Malone. I'm a student at Deering Acting Studio, and I'm also an interior designer in my family's custom home building business, JP Malone Construction. What I learned from my episode with Mornings with Matt was to just get back into the routine of life. With everything being so uncertain during this time, it's pretty easy to get trapped and not do those things that you're supposed to do, like waking up early and getting your workout in. What Matt discussed was shocking your system and waking up an extra hour earlier just so that you can get those things that you know that you need to do done. And we also talked about remaining positive and how you can hold on to that positivity during this time. And he just said, the importance about removing people from your life that you might hold dearly, but kind of just keeping them at an arm's distance if they're continually not being positive. And there's certain things that we can't control in life, and just, taking for account what we can control, and every day that we have a breath of air that, just holding on to that. And I'm just extremely grateful to be a student of your studio, and I've learned so much that I can take not only in my acting world and modeling world, but also into the interior design world and working with clients and being prepared for anything that can happen. And it's never your turn, it's always your turn. So always being engaged and always listening. And I'm really grateful for you guys.
Thanks so much, Connor. We are so grateful for you as well. And, it's amazing. We've become big fans of yours, too, just following your progression and watching all the things you're posting. You're putting up so many beautiful, positive comments and whatnot. So thank you for everything you're doing as well.
See, I can't wait if it's going to take that long. All right. So next up is going to be Amanda, and then after that, Danielle is on deck after that.
You say next up, then you do that.
Amanda Priska, and then after that will be Danielle. Hello, let's make Amanda big, please.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Priska, and thank you so much for letting me be on the show today. And I did the episode with Mornings with Matt a few months back, and it's kind of like similar with Connor. So I did a shock therapy. So I created a morning routine. I wake up earlier and be more disciplined with myself. Wake up in the morning. We have to make our beds, and then I would change to like a workout clothes and that I planned the night before, and then start with my day. And then most importantly, I have been changing my mindset to allow people to judge me, because I've been in my head a lot and I care about what people say, and I don't think I should do that. So yeah, I can't please everyone, and it's been helping me to be more vulnerable in life and with acting as well. And it's still a work in progress. It's an up and down journey, but nonetheless, I'm the best version of myself today. So, yeah.
Woo! Love that.
That was beautiful. And I want to just say, we know you've been through so much this year, and we are with you. We are so proud of you. You are just a walking example of light, and you're doing a great job. So keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, next up, we've got Danielle, and following that, we've got Chris Manola.
Good morning.
Good morning, Danielle.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Danielle Parker. Wow, so much I could say. Honestly, Deering has changed my life in so many ways. Like other people have mentioned, not only to grow as an actress, but honestly to grow as a human as well. I've watched so many Mornings with Matt's episodes, and literally I can take something away from each one. It's really impacted me. Specifically in my episode, the two big things that I took out were I struggle with consistency and getting up early. So when I was on the episode, Matt actually asked me, he said, well, what made you get up this morning? And I was like, well, you know, to be on the show. And he told me that if I have one specific thing, you know, a really big why to get up, then that's really going to help me. So I've really used that, and that's really helped. And then the last thing is when we did our masterclass online, I didn't really give 100% because I was like, oh, it's online, you know, what could I do? And I really had a lot of regret, and I felt like I went back, and he told me, you know, no matter what, make sure you never do that again and go into everything at 100%. So from here on out, I'm always going to do everything with 100%. So yeah, thank you so much for everything, you guys.
You're welcome, and what an awesome story. That is so cool. And I can say too, the new things you've been posting recently have been so fun and engaging, and just like, it's just like you're putting yourself out there in new ways, and I just want to say great job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Love it. Okay, next up, like we said, we got Chris Manola. Oh, sorry, Chris Manola, and after that we've got Raymond Link. Hello, Chris.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for having me on this morning. It's great to see you. I'm out of state. I'm in Illinois right now, so it's good to see your faces. What I learned from my episode, it was about sounding more natural in acting. And what I think I took away is acting isn't pretending, it's being authentic in a particular role, bringing your authentic self to whatever particular role you may be playing at the time. And as far as the studio goes, I just can't enough good things about Deering Acting Studio. I'm happy every time I come there. When I leave, I might come there stressed out from a long day at work, and I leave and I am just flat out happy. And what I want to give you guys kudos for, which has been really inspiring to me, is when the whole quarantine started, you could have said, no more classes. We had our Zoom classes, and we could have just do with the classes. But what you guys did was you showed us how to thrive and in different situations, in a different environment, and how to, learn how to do more with our audio and our video on our phones and our cameras. And that helped me. I mean, I went out and I did a video audition probably about the next week and got it because of what I learned. So what you taught me was not just to make do, but to actually take whatever life throws you and do the very best you can with it. So you guys, all three of you truly are my heroes. You guys are all very, very much an inspiration in my life. So thank you much.
Wow, thank you, Chris. And I can tell you that we couldn't be doing that if you weren't in the classroom. And so you're one of the people that stuck in it and said, hey, I'm going to see what's next. And look at you thriving. That's great.
Woo. Thank you, guys.
All right, next up we've got Raymond Link, followed by Jason Isaac. All right, let's get on Raymond. Woo, woo, woo.
Hey, guys.
Raymond.
Hey. Hey, my name is Raymond Link, and yeah, I learned so much in my episode. I want to thank you guys for it. had so much personal growth since. Basically, in my episode, Matt, we talked about family relationships. We talked about how they can impact us, and how if a relationship is tough, if it's one that's, something that isn't exactly always top notch, then, it's not something that we just have to run away from. It's something that we can encounter and we can pour love into in a way that can help fix it. You gave me this really amazing tip of advice, and that I have really implemented. And I believe you called it the bubble theory. And you said that everyone in your life should be in a bubble. They should, and inside that bubble should be every little thing about them that they normally do. Everything that annoys you, everything that is a trigger for you that will start an argument. And if you put them in a bubble, then they can't hurt you. And that resonated with me so much. I know Brian shared this a little bit with me too, but, and specifically my dad, and him and I have not talked in probably a couple of years. And recently I tried to implement that into my life and tried to reach out to him again because of the show. And it's been incredible. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I met with him in person for the first time in a while, and was able to really connect with him again and start working out some of the problems that we've never been able to tackle. And I mean, it's been incredible. And, you reaching out to me and being able to help me out with that and really teach me how to fix those relationships, even when they seem unfixable, by pouring love into them, has been incredible and life-changing. So thank you so much. And I'm just to second what a lot of other people said. Deering Acting Studio is incredible. You guys really don't want to just teach acting, but you want to really change people's lives and really show personal growth in everyone that comes through the doors. I mean, I'm not even a student at Deering Acting Studio, and you guys have helped me so much in every part of my life. So thank you so much, and thank you for all that you do.
I'm speechless,
Yeah.
for any actor who's come through here and done something where they landed a huge series or became famous or something. Raymond's story here, I don't know, it's worth more. It's like, wow, dude, I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for your dad, and keep fighting the fight, man. That's really, 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 really exciting that
Thank you so much.
You got that opportunity. So, keep doing it. I know, and it's hard work, but you're doing it. So good job, man.
Yeah, and it's far from over, but
that's right.
But it's a huge start.
Dude, awesome. So proud of you.
Love it, buddy. Thank you.
Love you guys.
All right, next up we've got Jason Isaac, followed by Mr. Ben Davis, a.k.a. the iPhone that was ruining Matt's life.
Wait, was that it?
That was it, and he put it in the comments too. It was hilarious.
Oh, shoot.
Ben's like,
That's great.
it was me.
He might not be in here anymore.
Oh yeah, Joey booted him.
We'll get you back in.
I thought it was our mother.
No, the iPhone was not me. Just want to point that out.
Oh, you were just making a joke. Okay.
I was just making a goof.
Okay, I love it.
I was just making it.
All right, let's cut over to Jason.
Jason, can you talk so that you show up on the screen?
He was on the screen. That's not Jason.
No, I know. Ben showed up because he started talking.
Oh, I can start talking right now.
Boom, there
Does
you
that
go.
help?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me back. Our time, Matt, was fantastic, and it just reminded me that whether I've been in a class at Deering Studio, whether I've been watching a Lighthouse theater production, or just interacting with you, something like this, Brian and I had a chance to be in a short film together. Consistently, just excellence and caring for people, and that's what Mornings with Matt, the work that all of you are doing it's really amazing, and it's inspiring. I think it's a good reminder of us, or for each of us, that we are always to be giving back. Our episode, Matt, was great. So many things to take away. One of the biggest things, and one of the things I picked up in improv classes there at Deering, is something we all should be doing better, should all be doing consistently, and that's listening. And that's something that just continually comes up over and over again, the importance of listening, whether you're an actor, whether you're a parent, whether you're a friend, whether you're an employee or a boss, taking information in, sitting with it, and having that inform how you engage with others. something that we can't be reminded of enough. Two really quick things. Our family's been doing a lot of improv games during quarantine here. It's been a lot of fun and keeps us all listening. And it also just keeps us engaged and laughing without necessarily having a screen in front of us. The other thing, I've been able to get a lot of reading done. This just came in. It's probably backwards on the screen because I don't know how to do that, but Matt, you'd recommended getting and reading The Killdeer. So, finally found through Samuel French a copy of it. It just came in last week, and our family's going to escape for a couple days up to Pine Top, and I'm going to be sitting on a porch, probably enjoying a cigar and reading Killdeer. So thank you guys for everything you do. An honor to be asked back, and all the best going forward.
Well, thank you, Jason, and we respect you a lot as a human being and as a man and a student, so thank you so much.
Wow,
thank you.
A cigar and Killdeer. I mean, that is that's incredible.
That's
wow.
one heck of a combo.
I am excited by that. All right, let's get ready for the next person, Mr. Joey. We've got Ben Davis, followed by Truman Hendrix.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy to be here again. So my name's Ben Davis. I'm a junior over at ASU. My episode of Mornings with Matt, it was late April, and we talked about a couple things, right? The first and foremost being pride and the battle with that and sort of humility on a day-to-day basis. But we also talked a little bit, and this was mentioned earlier, but structuring your why, having a better why and being that a cornerstone of everything you do. And that would light a fire, urgency in your rituals, creating sort of a stronger need to get things done, fulfill deliverables. And I've seen that a ton the past couple months in my life. My internship, for example, I've definitely driven up productivity a ton, getting projects done faster and more efficiently. And even in my communication with my bosses and other members of the team, I sort of tell them, hey, what else do you got? Right? What else can I do? And that was another thing that we talked about was, my own personal bar, the standard that I try to hit on a day-to-day basis. Maybe I'm not putting enough in the tank and I'm fulfilling that societal level where it's good enough for everybody else, but it's not the Ben Davis gold standard that I want to go for, And so I've definitely seen in the past couple months a big upkick in shooting for the stars in that sort of manner. So, but I've been with the studio for a number of years now. At this point, I like to think I grew up with you guys, and I've really, I don't have anything, speechless with. There's no words I can articulate with how much everything's meant to me over the years, and how much I love you guys in the studio. So thanks for having me back on. I really appreciate it.
Ben, thank you. And
you had Matt as red as a tomato.
No, how wonderful is this? Here's the deal. Just start writing, bro. As soon as you're done, I'll be the first to buy a copy of Ben Davis's Gold Standard. I cannot wait to read it. Yeah. It's gonna be a good book.
That's actually a really, really
great
good
title. I would pick up that book. Alrighty. So next up here we have Mr. Truman Hendrix, followed by George Bennett.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Kermit Hendrix. Been with Deering for about 2 years now. And it's been the best 2 years of my life. And it's not easy to say because there's so much that goes around that isn't good, but you guys always bring a light to my life and find a way to make me smile. The studio has done so much for me, and I can never just not talk about it. Whenever I meet someone new, I always make sure to talk about Deering Acting Studio and the impact it's had on my life. When I was doing Mornings with Matt, we talked about motivation because I was very low on that at the time, and I was going through a rough patch in my life. And he helped me realize that no matter how much I hate what I'm doing at the moment, that I need to get through it and fight every battle, giving it my all. And I need to be able to go into everything as if it's going to affect me for the rest of my life. And although it hasn't made a huge impact on my life, the way you've helped me with my motivation has done so many little things to me that it's given me a better light in my life. And I thank you for that. Deering Acting Studio the past 2 years has grown so much, and I've grown so much with it, and it's so cool to see the journey that you guys and I will be going on with you for as long as possible, hopefully. And I can't wait for the coming up journeys we take together.
Thank you, Truman. That was so nice, and we miss you, bud. Just seeing you is like, it's a reminder that we haven't seen you in so long, dude. So we miss you being here
Yeah, I
in
miss
person.
you guys too.
Keep fighting the fights, buddy. Keep fighting.
Yeah.
All right, next
All
up,
right. And before we get there, just a reminder to everybody who's watching, don't forget to like this video while you're watching. We're loving all the comments. Keep the comments going, and don't forget to share the video as well and share the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do it.
And also, if you have not bought yet a copy of Matthew Deering's book that I dropped,
it's time now for Brian Sweeney's Shameless Plugs. Shameless Plugs.
I never sang along. That was fun. So if you haven't, Acting is My Day Job, 7 Strategies to Market and Make Money as an Actor by Matt Deering. The audiobook is coming out soon. Joey and Matt just did it this last weekend, but you can get the book itself on Amazon, and that's a great way you can support our studio and support what we're doing. So next up, we have...
Drum roll.
George Bennett, followed by Paul. Not going to try and pronounce her name because I still haven't got it because it's so hard to say.
Okologbo.
It's Paul from Nigeria.
Okologbo.
Yeah.
He's going to correct us.
And I think it's Chikabukum.
He's going to correct us. I can just feel it.
Sure. George? Ah, there you
Good
are.
morning, America.
Good morning.
And thanks to the internet, good morning to the rest of Alpha Centauri and the star system.
You can't say good morning, America, because we're international when Paul's on.
That's right, intergalactic. My name is George Bennett, and I'm a 30-year survivor of the business world and the tech sector. And now I'm a junior Padawan thespian at Deering Acting Studios, not even the most senior member of a thespian group in my family. During the recent episode of Mornings with Matt, we were discussing the lessons of success that I learned over my career in business. And discussing that with Matt, realized that those lessons are really the same in the entertainment world. They're really the same in any phase of our lives or business. Talent is a factor in anything that you do, but it's probably not the most important factor to success. The most important thing is having a plan, having a written, documented plan with action items, with steps that you can take, and then working that plan on a daily basis. Then you need to periodically assess what you're doing and make adjustments during that time. And again, this, the folks at Deering do this every day. They do it in every aspect of their business. I had a question and I sent an email, thought I'd get an answer this morning, but Brian answered me at about 1 o'clock in the morning. So everybody there I know is working hard. And if you follow the life lessons that they give you at Deering, I think it'll be to your advantage. A friend of mine once said, a very successful friend of mine once said, hey, if you look at the mirror each night and you say to yourself, was I productive today? And if the answer to that is yes, and you did something towards your goals, you had a good day and you can go to sleep and have a good night. So my input is, get a plan, stay productive, and whatever it is you're going to do, if you work with the folks at Deering, they'll help you in that in that goal and that activity to success.
Thank you, George. We appreciate you so much. And you are what we call life goals. You're a successful family man, happily now transitioning into new areas of your life. You're taking on new obstacles. So thank you for everything you're teaching us along the way. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you. Glad to work with you. Thank you so much.
All right, next up, all the way from Nigeria, we have Mr. Paul, followed by Breezy.
Okologbo.
Okologbo. And he'll tell us if it's right or not.
Is that right, Okologbo?
It's Paul Okologbo.
That's right, Okologbo, right? Did I get it?
Okolaba?
No, not Okolaba. All right, you're up, Paul. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to start by saying I was I don't know, will I say I was picked or spotted by Matt, because I, for one, never been to the United States before, never been to Arizona, to be precise. And I spoke to Ian, who was like a student with you guys, and then he spoke about me on the show, and he told him that could he like get me to be on the show, like he wanted to talk to me and all of that. So I was very excited. And then I remember him telling me I need to send an email to hello@daringstudios, which I did. And then y'all got back to me and told me that he wanted me to be on the show. And Matt said he was going to give me a free class. And like that literally turned my whole life around, because when this coronavirus everything came, I started looking. I was like, oh, how am I going to stay active? I don't want to be, idle, sort of. So I started looking, what do I get to do? And that happened. And he said, I remember clearly, even me and my mom would still talk about it, that Matt said it was a free class. And a free class literally turned into a month, going into 2 months, because I remember it was May 3rd that I got that email from you guys. So like, that was like, I don't know, is something that I still feel chills about when I talk about it, while I'm talking about it now. And basically what I've been able to pick up from Matt, and especially my episode with him where he interviewed me, was because I remember asking about how I could get cast internationally. That was basically my question at that moment. I was like, okay, since this is like, it's like a field, sort of an open field, how do I get cast internationally? How do I, from where I am, which is Nigeria, get to featuring stuff like during the big market, LA and stuff like that? And Matt told me, he was honest. He said, honestly, he doesn't know how that works, but he's going to tell me something. And what he's going to tell me is, he doesn't know like what that is, but if I want to be a part of what's going on in LA, there are a lot of people that are much more hardworking than I am, and for those people that the market will consider much more fit than I am. So what I have to do is I have to go the extra mile. If I'm practicing from reading or practicing a monologue three times every day, I have to increase it to 6. He told me you have to go extra mile, you have to do things and also like boost your interest in it. And he also told me that I also like need to get training, because they equally have. So basically what he told me was I should go an extra mile. And I picked that up and I started working with it, and a whole lot of things during studios that taught me. I remember when you guys invited, I can't picture or lay my hands on his name now, to talk about the headshot. That was just like a week to when I was going to get mine done. I still ask myself again, why did that come then? Why didn't you guys say, oh no, we'll talk about it next month? Why was it that time? So stuff like this, when I see stuff like this, I know God's talking to me and he's like, okay, this is the way, keep going. That's it. Like, that's God's own way of telling me what I'm doing is right and I'm on the right track. So like guiding me and putting me in the level. So I'm so grateful to Matt and your team, Brian, Joey, and Shay, who's my #1 OG fan. I'm so grateful to you guys for all that y'all have done. It has been so much, and y'all have taken me like a student, like when literally, I don't know if I'd say I am, but y'all have really done a lot. You've taught me a lot, and I'm very grateful to be part of you guys. And thank you very much.
Hey, Paul, you're welcome. Thank you for your words. And you know what? You're not a student to us. You are family, 100%. And I can tell you that when Ian told us that somebody reached out to him, we knew nothing about you. I gave you the scholarship before I even knew who you were. It didn't matter to me. I just knew you were a kid who was in need, and so we did that. And I want you to know you've been such a light for us over here. We never talk about the scholarships we give away. We give away a lot, but we don't normally talk about it. And we don't ask for anything in return. But from you, I am going to ask for something in return. As you know, you and I are going to connect, and you're going to help me spread the message of love over there, and help us connect our program internationally. It's going to be a whole new level for you, because once you start to teach it, you're really going to know it on the inside, and you can do it. It's going to be a very, very exciting time. So, we love you. We care about you. We're going to double down on our scholarship to you. So we're going to add a class. And I want you to know that as long as you keep working hard, until you stop working hard, you'll have a scholarship for life, my friend.
Well, I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Yeah, this means a lot to me.
All right.
I'm so grateful.
All right. God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. You're the man. All right, next up we've got Breezy Morrison, followed by Jack Bennett.
Aloha. Good morning.
Aloha.
Hi, I'm Breezy Morrison, owner of Tutu's Hawaiian Shave Ice. And I was recently casted in the Census commercial where my business was featured. Thank you to Daring Acting Studio for bringing highlight to my life and my business and seeing my story and just magnifying it. Thank you to you guys. Definitely. I know I had an interview with you guys. I was on a show a while ago, and Matt, you're amazing. You're amazing. The energy that the studio has is very positive, and it's just something that's needed, especially when you're trying to showcase yourself in acting or in modeling. And that's one of the things that I took with you is, I told you I was going on so many auditions, and the one time I got to be myself, I landed the gig. So we kind of implemented on that of which version of me do I need to portray in the commercial. Not so much who I have to be for somebody else, if I have to be something else, but what version of me do I bring? And that gives me ownership. And that gives me a little bit of comfort that I don't have to think of I have to be someone else, because being me is a lot already, I'm telling you. So I just want to thank you for your advice. And I'm taking classes with you guys, and you're just kind of pulling me out of my shell, bringing me and just creating a safe environment for actors to bloom. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And you are such a beautiful person with a beautiful story, and you're an inspiration to us and so many others. So it's important that you keep on this path and this journey, because you've got a lot to tell, and people have a lot to grow from you.
Thank you.
All
guys,
right,
enjoy the rest of your day.
We
too.
will. This is so
great.
nice.
This is awesome.
It is cool.
All right, next up we've got Mr. Jack Bennett, a.k.a. Amazing T-shirt, followed by Joanne Stafford.
AKA Amazing T-shirt?
Oh, see, there it is. Look at it.
What's up, Daring Studio? Thanks for having me on this morning. Thanks for always keeping your doors open to me. For me, Daring has just been a place where I've always been welcome. It's been a place united by a pure love for acting and encouragement and support. And it's a place where I can count on skill and passion from all of the teachers always, but also from the students too, and the peers. Daring is a light that attracts amazing and talented people. And I've just loved to see how much the talent of my classmates has made me want to step up my acting game. Matt, we talked about committing and making the choice to commit. And I want to thank you for getting me in touch with my deeper inner passion and love and for what brought me to this in the first place. And I want to thank the whole Daring community and all the students and everyone involved for always being there with me in spirit and pushing me to be the best I can be. And I can't wait to see where that takes me. And if there's anybody out there watching who is looking for a place to grow, Daring's the place to be, honestly.
Thanks, Jack. You got the $1 million smile, man. We're so grateful for you. Yeah, I'm sure that's a rail behind you. At first, I thought it was a crib. I was like, where is he right now?
Why is there a crib there?
It's so he can be like, yeah, this is my crib, dog.
Oh, I like it.
I made my money in rail.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for being on the show. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, next up we've got Joanne Stafford, followed by Alicia Wahid.
Wow.
Man, that mustache. I just cannot get enough of that picture.
It's fantastic.
Let me just quickly
I'll drop it
so everybody
down.
else in the audience can see while we bring
so
in
that
Joanne.
they don't think we're talking about Joanne.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just look. There she is.
Hey.
Oh, that was funny. Okay.
Hello. So I joined, I'm Joanne Stafford. I joined Deering, I started coming to Deering back in January, but since then, you've become a huge part of my life as well as my daughter's. Between the two of us, we're here 4 times a week. And thank you for the Zoom option, because we don't have to burn up the I-10 right now going there. But my episode was a couple of months ago, and we talked about a number of subjects, but the one that hit me the most was when we talked about asking the right questions. Because in times of change and in times of uncertainty, like everyone is going through right now with COVID and the civil unrest, the questions that you ask yourself are so important and kind of affect how you are going to deal with the situation that you're in. And I realized when we did that episode how the questions that I was asking myself weren't really helping me get through difficult times. And so thank you for pointing that out and for reminding me that instead of saying, oh my gosh, how bad is this going to be? Or why is this happening right now? Just instead say, okay, what can I do right now? And where can I make the change to make this better? And what a difference that's made for me. And the gifts that I found in these crazy times, there's so many, even though things are not the way I would plan or how I would choose, there are so many wonderful things that are happening right now. And thank you for allowing me to see that, in addition to all the things that you're doing for us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for such wonderful words and for being on the show in the first place. And your family is amazing. We're always so excited when you're in class. So now the 4 days a week is really making our weeks a lot nicer. We love having you.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we've got Alicia Wahid, followed by Andreea. I'm not going to try it. Versailles? Versailles? Joey knows because it's a scene partner, I think. So
Hey,
he's just good. Joey's just good.
He's just good. He is just good. We got Alicia.
Alicia. Hello?
There she is.
This happens every time.
Oh, there's just like a delay. It's
my
like
name is Wahid.
We see darkness.
Wait, hold on a second.
Hold on.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, there she is.
Okay.
All right. Hi, I'm Alicia Wahid. I learned a few things from my episode. The first thing I learned was you need to have a why behind everything you do, because if you don't have a good reason, then you're not going to give it 100%, and you need to give 100% to everything. The second thing I learned was it's okay to have time for yourself, because if you don't balance your work and your relaxation, then your work is going to suffer. So you need to make sure you balance the two. The third thing I learned was you have to do things so you can know, because if you fail, you're going to learn from it. You need to say it because you're afraid of failure. You have to accept the failure and learn from it, which goes into the fourth point, which I learned, which is perfection doesn't exist. So you shouldn't strive for perfection. You should strive for growth. So I started a YouTube channel recently. It's Alicia's Films. You should subscribe. And yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Alicia's Films. We will do that. That's so great. Thank you for sharing your story, what you've learned so far, and we look forward to continuing to be a part of your journey.
All right. Next up, we have Andreea, followed by CQ. I'm just going to call her CQ, and you'll know why when it's her turn.
You're really in love with CQ. I love it.
CQ's got like some
It's
mad
like,
game.
You like the analogy a lot.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Andreea?
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Okay, hang on one sec. Okay, perfect. Boom.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Andreea Root, and I am going to start with my Mornings with Matt episode and then go into the broad topic of Deering in general. But with Mornings with Matt, in that period in my life when I did my episode, we talked a lot about my future and my career. I'm going into my senior year of high school. I'm considering what I'm going to do when I hit college and my life after college and during adulthood. And one thing that really concerned me was finding representation in the industry in LA and California. And it was really worrying me because I wasn't really sure how to go about that. And Matt kind of changed my mindset about how to go about that. And he said, instead of you want to get to a point in your career as an actress where you're not so much you're actively looking for an agent, but you're in a position where you have 2 or 3 agents who are looking to sign you, because there's more reliability with that in a way, because then you know that those agents want you very badly and they will fight for you and get work for you. So that being said, through that episode and through training in general and Deering, I've been able to build my confidence when it came to acting, which is an aspect that I really struggled with. And it's a daily battle, but I'm learning not to really sell myself short anymore. So thank you to Deering for teaching me how to be confident in myself and my skill and the work that I put into acting.
Woo, you're welcome. And thank you for just being so awesome. So awesome. And now we get to see you and Joey do a scene together. I'm super psyched about that.
Yeah, I've heard so many good things. Thank you so much for being here this morning. We love you so much.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Woo! Before we transition to the next one, I might as well use that as just a little plug here. Masterclass is coming up, and so that will be something that we will be figuring out how to get out to you guys, and you can be learning from watching it and seeing the people that are out there. It might be an online course, might be something that we throw out there. I don't know. We'll find out, but it is coming up, so get yourselves psyched about that. All right, next up we have CQ, followed by Luz Ruiz.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Colleen Quinn, aka CQ. Many people know me as CQ, so I go by CQ, also known as the Creative Queen and Styled by CQ. Many things, but I just wanted to be a part of the show today just to thank you guys so much. I was a part of Deering Acting Studio last year, and I was only there for a short time, but they made such an impact in my life, professionally, personally, and really challenged me to grow as a person, especially through my communication and public speaking skills. During my episode, it was all about advocating for you and your personal brand. And something that I definitely learned from Matt was being okay with not being perfect. Since the episode, I've definitely been on my Instagram story a lot more often, not looking like I just woke up this way. I've definitely been a little bit more transparent in my mental health and just certain things than I ever have been without even noticing it. So Matt has a magical, all the team there have like a magical touch on you without even realizing it. And everyone can probably agree with me on that. But in general, Deering Acting Studio is absolutely amazing. I'm so blessed to know this community and to have this as my second family. And I miss you guys so much. But if you're watching this morning show, either as a pre-recording or live, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to like and subscribe to their channel right now. Stop what you're doing, pause the video, like and subscribe right now. And when you're at it, you can go over to my page as well at Smile Like Colleen and all other things and check me out. But again, thank you guys so much for having me be a part of your show. And I am so grateful to know all of you.
Awesome. We are grateful as well. And your episode was really cool. Let me ask you, since you've added the transparency, you getting really good feedback from that?
I am, and I actually had one of my first reviews yesterday from my style consultation, and she basically said like everything that I've always wanted in my clients, which is feeling beautiful from the inside out, just having confidence in themselves when it comes to their outfits and who they are. And I literally was like, oh man, I'm finally doing it. And I've gotten so much good feedback from just being transparent and having people be able to relate to me more. So definitely.
Awesome. Love that. Well, we're going to keep supporting and pushing up your business as well. Thanks so much, Colleen, for being on the show this morning.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Next up, we have Luz Ruiz, followed by our final person of the day, I believe, Amanda Gonzales.
Make sure there's nobody in the waiting area.
We will double check that old waiting area. Make sure we didn't have somebody sneak in. And there we go. Hello, Luz.
Yay. Hi, my name is Luz Ruiz, and I was a student for about 3 years at Deering. On my episode with Matt, we talked about leadership, and he gave me a lot of advice on how to lead by example and learn to be honest and curious with people instead of being too nice. And I really appreciate that. But the biggest takeaway I got from our episode is just my personal growth. afterwards I was kind of reflecting on where I was 3 or 4 years ago, and I realized that I don't recognize that person anymore because I'm so much better. I'm just like a better version of myself right now, and that has a lot to do with Deering, through acting classes, through personal development sessions, and honestly, every person that walks through those doors, you guys just surround with support and energy and love, and that's why so many of us are saying the same thing, that you guys are just helping us become better versions of ourselves, and I really appreciate that, and I'm so thankful to have you guys in my life.
Thank you so much. How wonderful. Look at you. Our episode was so cool. If you are in leadership or looking to become a leader in your organization, the episode we had with Luz is really, really cool and powerful. So thank you so much for being on this morning. You look happy and bright and energetic as always.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Love you too.
All right, next up we have Amanda Gonzales. Woo!
Hi.
Hello.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. I'm Amanda Gonzales, and in our episode with Mornings with Matt, we talked about embracing who you are, and that really helped me a lot because through Matt's questions, it really helped me tune in on just accepting my age and where I'm at in life and using that to fuel the monologues that I find. And I just thought that was really cool because I was really confused on how to find the monologues and, where to start. But if you just start with looking at yourself and where you're at and embracing that, whether it's your age, career, relationships, you can use that to kind of inspire you and what monologues you find. And then another thing that we talked about was just having like that confidence through growth with acting. The Deering Acting Studio has honestly given me a sense of confidence that I didn't have. Like, I'm a different person now than when I first started at the studio. And I just think that really is important because your message to us is just like, well, you guys talk about mastery. And that is really inspiring because you guys put in your heart and soul into your students. And that really is inspiring because it makes me want to put my heart and soul into the work that I do when it comes to just bettering myself as an actor and even as a person. So practicing mastery, not only in acting, but also applying it to your personal life. And that helps you grow as a person. So I just really appreciate your guys' message and everything that you inspire us to be.
Thank you, Amanda. Thanks so much for being on this morning. And you are an inspiration as well to us as we watch you grow and develop, and just a real pleasure. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, for all those who are watching right now, Brian's got something to say here.
I was just going to say, do we want to have everyone just do like a wave or something?
Yeah, sure.
I was thinking
before we
could
get
have
to that.
everyone say like happy 100 or something.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, sure.
That's got something really cool
before we get to
that.
there, I just want to say once again, thank you. We're just so fortunate and blessed. If you're watching, haven't done so yet, make sure that you subscribe, like this video, comment, share with your friends. We sure appreciate it. It hasn't always been easy. We show up every day. We're at our 100th episode. It's crazy that happened, and it stemmed from a desire to give and to try to connect with people through times that were hard. That's how this whole thing got started in the first place, and now here we are at 100 episodes. And I had this vision this morning of, I'm like, wow, the next time we do this is going to be 1,000. We're going to be at the 1,000th episode, and it's going to be like, whoa, that's crazy. It's not that far away if you think about it. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of what we're doing, and understand there are days it's been hard, and getting something going, getting the momentum built behind something can be difficult. We're on a slow grow path and an honest growth path where our videos may not pop immediately because we don't have any crazy headlines, where we don't try to go with anything that's going to be controversial or something that's going to try to, be clickbait or anything like that. So the more you can help us share is really appreciated. And if you ever have any ideas for us, please, if there are episodes or different ideas that you'd like to see on our YouTube page, or things that you've liked and would like to see more of, please send those suggestions our way, either privately via email or right there on our YouTube page. We'd love to hear any feedback so that we can continue to deliver the content that you're wanting to see up on YouTube, hopefully inspiring you and helping you as well to better yourself, as so many people have mentioned today. So
jumping right
so
on
much.
that,
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you again. Thank you, everybody. And shamelessly throwing it out there, it's so cool to just watch everybody and hear you guys say how we've helped you grow. And with that being said, like, if you could share this out, and also just like, if you think of somebody who you know would benefit from this program, share it with them. Let them know about our classes. Let them know we have an online program if they can't come in person, and we're doing virtual classes for people. I mean, we got Paul from Nigeria. So if you got a friend in business or in any area of life that you think would just benefit from the confidence you get out of this program, I'm shamelessly asking you to share it with them, let them know about it, and send them our way. So thank you guys again. We love your support always and are so thankful. As impacted as you are by us, we are equally as impacted by you, and we learn and grow from you every single day.
All right, everybody. Is everybody in, Joey?
Yeah. So we'll have everybody unmute themselves.
All right.
Technically, Jack's not in. Just his dope picture of his mustache is technically.
All right. So it's gonna be a big smile, lots of energy. Everybody wave 2 hands and say "Happy 100."
Happy 100! Love you guys.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. This has been Mornings with Matt, our 100th episode. We will be back tomorrow to continue giving this light-driven content. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thanks for listening with Matt. Please like, subscribe, and follow us at Deering Acting Studio to keep up with the latest content. For more information on classes, private lessons, or professional development coaching, visit www.deeringstudio.com. Have a Deering day, everyone.